Thanks again for joining us, and always get interactive on our page. On Facebook, it is Joy News on TV, and on Twitter, we have a handle at Joy News on TV. Well, drinking hot coffee, thick one, of course. This morning, I'm a guest, and I have just close by National Nasara Coordinator of the MPP. Thanks for joining me, Kamal. I love your dress.
Thank you.
And loving another dress too, being worn by the gentleman who is the chairman for NDC Greater Accra, is Joseph Niadekoka.
Good morning.
Fine,
hear me.
Then?
How are you?
Right. Man of many colors. All of them actually are.
You're greeting the man in Ghana. Yes. But I told you it's not from the
Look at you.
Well, you are making the man speak Ghana.
Well,
prior to his election, we're told he was from somewhere fancy. He wants to be a great
listen,
You know, over the weekend I was making some permutations. You know, I'm very close to Beneficent, and we tend to do a lot of activities together. Very soon, the major cities of Ghana will change.
Yeah.
Let's say in 10 years. And so you have all the parties making a lot of inroads.
No.
Just like in Accra, it's becoming more cosmopolitan. Kumasi is becoming more cosmopolitan. That's why we have a lot of migration from north down south.
No, just even
and so that's why the NDC is having a lot more inroads in Ashanti region. And they'll still make inroads in 2016.
No, but they will not. They will not, because when you were about introducing us to the show, you did mention the man in charge of the Zongos in the northern communities. Of course, there's a trick to get it. It's not always cast in stone that when you're a northerner or when you are from the Zongo, you support NDC. That is not a fact. There's a way to work about it.
I didn't say that.
No, it's not. I'm saying
migration.
that, by the analogy you made, that they make inroads in Ashanti region due to some migrations and all that, and the cosmopolitan nature of it. I'm saying that, yes, most of this difference, according to NDC, is coming as a result of the northern folk coming to settle in Ashanti region. And I want to tell them that no, this time round there's magic to it.
Come on, the trend,
there's magic to it.
The trend over the years,
right,
in Ashanti region,
the trend
has been
on the front page of the Daily Graphic. We have a story that is saying that who is going to, asking the question, who is going to chair the NDC come come Sunday's Monday. And that's after the national executive elections are convened by the party for the next 4 years, electing the executive to man the party for the next 4 years. And the question behind national organizer position equally keen, we're told. So we'll see how that goes. And the event is supposed to take place at when?
Ashanti region.
Kumasi. So it's going to take place?
Yes, definitely it's going to take place. It's going to take place, definitely.
I think you are sounding prejudicial.
Oh, why?
There are 2 cases hanging on your head.
Yes.
And you are saying it's going to take place.
There are cases in court? Yes. I don't know about them. I'm supposed to know.
They are seeking interpretation of Article 42 thereabout in their constitution to have disallowed someone, that MP from where? From place. He's claimed that yes. You see, anyway, we'll get to the merits of the matter. Don't worry.
But,
I don't want to jump there.
But he's here.
Don't worry. We'll get to the merits.
And he's in the person of Honorable Emmanuel Abuaji Didier, I believe, and I hope I pronounce his name right. But he dragged the party to court, and we've had several issues in the courts, etc., concerning these very elections as well. But let's say, all things being equal, the election comes to...
Definitely, it's going to come on
then it means that it is going to be keenly contested.
Very much so. It's been keenly contested. I hope among the 4 names that you've seen there, definitely one will emerge. And we all will be in a position to work with whoever emerges. So I'm looking forward to Saturday in Kumasi. I've got only 1 vote, so I will decide to exercise that vote on Saturday, and that's what I want to say about this. But it's been very healthy, and we've gone through the process. Our brothers thought we couldn't get to where we are. I remember when they were also going to have their Congress, somebody took them to court on the last day, and then it was thrown out. The judges, in their wisdom, realized that the parties have spent a lot of money and time, right? A lot of movements are going to take place from various parts of the country to converge at one place. And so we wouldn't allow one person to come and derail what we have done over the years. It happened in Greater Accra when we were having our contest. And most of the cases we won because we abide by the constitution of the party. And in this particular case, probably because it's in court, it won't be appropriate for us to.
We're not going to go into the merits of the case.
But probably viewers will want to understand why the person has taken the party. Why has he? Well, there's a part of our constitution which says that guidelines which says that if you want to contest a particular position, well, once you're an Article 42 office holder, right, then you are deemed to want to vacate that position before you can contest a party position. It's as simple as that. And this gentleman is an MP, a member of parliament, and he wants to be a national organizer. How can you look into one bottle with two eyes? It means that you should step down, you should resign your position as a...
Is that what the party constitution says?
Exactly.
That if you're a member of parliament, you can't hold the party office.
So if you're like Aruna and
they all
relinquished their Kwashiga, who was the organized propaganda secretary, when he went to parliament, had to relinquish his post.
He may think that he's right, that's why he's pursuing the case.
Well, he can say it's right, but you see, the constitution is made for all of us, and one person cannot have his or her own interpretation, right? we all understand what it is about. And also, before you send your nomination forms, you must comb the whole country, the whole constituency, 275 constituencies, and have 5 members. Also, in terms of the national, the 10 regions, you must have 5 members who are card-bearing members in an executive position to endorse your nomination forms. This he did not do. So automatically, you don't qualify. And the person who sat on the case, on the chairman of the vetting committee, was no other mean person than Babin, who is the leader of parliament, you know. And so
and he's a well-respected...
He's a well-respected lawyer. And member
of the party, beyond the subject of being a lawyer.
That's right, a member of the party to a leader in parliament. So it is his own leader. So when you look at the merits of the case, you know, you realize that it's vexatious, you know. And then I believe that as a party member, sometimes you should even exhaust the party structures. This too you haven't done. You haven't just straight bomb. You could have appealed to the vetting committee that you don't feel satisfied with the decision they've made. And you don't do that, and then you rush to court trying to derail a whole party. I want us to go to Congress and pass a new resolution which must be part of anybody in the party who takes the party to court must be immediately fired.
And you can't be doing that also. It means that all your leaders and your party people would have to be expelled from the party.
No, use the party structures. And definitely there will be room for you to be heard. And when you've exhausted it and still you are wrong, you should accept and move on. There's another day for you to fight again, you know. But this kind of things does not augur well for.
This is buga buga.
Well, yeah, buga buga does not augur well for.
Now, what's your own observation about all that's happening in the NDC? And we know that prior to yours also, you had those difficulties. Yeah. Why is it that as political party members, you're very much reluctant to use the structures to resolve your disagreements?
Well, very good morning to our cherished viewers before I go on. But before I start, I would like to say we should look at this matter in perspective strongly. The very first time I heard about this honorable MP was when he came out to say that all that teachers use their salary for is to drink alcohol and all that. That was the very first time he came into the news, and I was like, wow.
Oh, he's a gentleman who said that.
Yeah.
A lawmaker.
He said all lawyers, all MPs were womanizers. He said
all MPs were womanizers, and all the teachers do with their money or salary that they get. Why are they crying for increment? All that they do for the increment with the salary is to drink alcohol and then all that. Well, and teachers were actually on his neck. Oh. Now, going forward, I sitting here suffered the same problem when I was contesting to become the national coordinator for Nasarawa in MPP. In fact, at vetting, or at first leg of vetting, I was actually disqualified. I appealed and used the party structure within, and of course, it appeared to them that yes, they unfairly you know, treated me. Therefore, I was reinstated, and then I went on for the contest and all that. It is important for us to note one thing. Where we have a constitution of a party and provisions therein are ambiguous, you envisage some of these things. I have not read in its entirety the article the gentleman is seeking to contest, but I have a difficulty here. When Koshiga, I remember very well, was going to contest to be, for the primaries of his constituency, he was then a propaganda secretary. And he was allowed to go and contest to be a candidate in the parliamentary, in the national election as a parliamentary candidate. That's one. So you see, like I said, I have not expressly read that particular provision, but you see, impliedly, the gentleman could have been making an argument purposively that, no, if you allowed a sitting executive to go and contest primaries to become a parliamentary candidate, wait a minute. Let me land and then you come in to explain. It is you who appreciates it better. I'm saying that the gentleman, of course, might have been advancing some arguments in the sense that if Koshiga was a propaganda secretary,
and what you advance is it the same thing he's also advancing?
I say he might have.
But
I'm
rules
not
are
actually
rules.
going into it. But rules are rules. I'm looking at it from the. I say he will help us out. I'm saying that laws are always sought to be interpreted because of its ambiguity. You see, if there is no ambiguity, and of course, literally or subjectively, you can understand the law, there's no need going to interpret it. I'm getting my point here. If you go there, you'll surely be told in the face that, look, this is the law and that's the law. We are waiting for the court to decide anyway. But I'm saying that Abuaji, of course, in as much as he might be seen as a litigant or so, but maybe the absurdity in a way or the ambiguity of that particular provision is what is pushing him to go to court. Let's wait until the matter is rested by court. And the point I was trying to make was that, yes, we've had in the past executive of the party going to contest to become MPs and nobody worried about it. Only for them to become MPs, and we are now told today by Adekoka, who is the regional chairman of NDC, and of course I believe he's well versed with the constitution of the party, telling us that, yes, within the constitution, you are not supposed to be an MP and contest for the executive position of it. But you can you be an executive and contest to become an MP?
Now, I told you.
No, you can be an MP, an executive and contest to become an MP.
I said, when you are Article 42 holder, you understand? When you're an executive member, you are not.
I needed a straightforward answer.
I'm telling you, when you're an executive member, you are not an Article what? 42 holder. You are not.
So
yes, so that you can contest.
Article 42 with regards to your party constitution.
That's correct. Party constitution.
Thank you very much.
That's correct.
So if you
must.
So MPs include
correct because they are being paid from the consolidated fund.
Okay, let's wait until that
you
comes
understand?
out. Like I said,
that's the difference. I'm telling you.
I issued a caveat before even I submitted. I made my submission. I said I'm not privy to your position.
As a regional chairman, now I can go and contest for parliamentary.
But you cannot. I cannot. When you are a parliamentarian, you cannot contest.
Correct, because
this is interesting.
No, because I'm not being paid.
The law itself is confusing.
No. I'm not being.
It's not confusing.
No, it's not confusing.
Listen, we in the MPP, you know what we do? You cannot, as I sit here as an executive, I cannot contest to become.
You have to resign the position.
I have to resign the position to become.
This MPP, NDC, we are saying that.
So
once I'm not.
No wonder you are leftist.
No,
I understand you. No wonder you are leftist.
Once you are leftist, once you are not a government appointee,
you have the.
Once you're a government appointee, you cannot also function as a party official. I mean, you yourself, you will say, you will come and say, this person
an MP is not a government appointee anyway.
I mean, in parliament. You are in parliament.
He's a lawmaker. But
No, you fall into the category of a public office holder under Article 71.
Let's assume that you are a minister of state.
Yeah, okay.
And then you want to be a youth organizer. You are going to say there's a conflict.
So that's okay. That's
you
fine.
will say that the person is part government resources.
The thanks for the clarity.
Yes,
Let me go on. Anyway, but we see, we are not even supposed to discuss extensively the merits of this.
No,
but let me go on. Given the front page of the daily graphic, which says who becomes the chairman of the NDC, I see a tough war ahead. I'm only hoping and praying that by Saturday they are able to actually hold their Congress, provided the injunction being sought by the gentleman, the MP, is not actually granted. If it's granted, it means that that particular Saturday thing is going to be, held back and all that. But we pray and hope that you do it well. You see, NDC, from constituency level or whatever level to where they are now, has actually been shrouded in a whole lot of acrimony. Seriously.
How?
Either you see somebody with a cutlass
hitting
someone's head in the Boise constituency. Either you see Adekoka being called names for sharing rice. Either you hear that he's not a gunman and he's not a gunman, he cannot be this. This is what is happening in NDC. You see, within themselves, the intra-politics that is going on in NDC, it's alone is enough to tell the Ghanaian voter that these people are not ready, and that is why we are where we are as an economy. Again, Kobia Champon, a very respected government functionary, sits on TV and makes a point that we Northerners don't deserve to be chairman of NDC. Clearly, he said it.
On which platform?
On Metro TV, he said that. Let me tell you what he said. He said they won't sit down for a youth organizer, which is CD now, and not now. I'm telling you, I'm saying on authority, and I can go, you can request the tape. I am saying that Kobia Temple made a point that, please, Kobia Temple said, and he said that Northerners, I need Northerners, and of course Nasara is about Northerners. Kobia Temple said that to say that who over their dead body will they sit down for a Northerner to be chair the NDC again, because they have they have a women organizer Northerner, and they will sit down for a Northerner again to become the chairman. Kobia Temple said it. I didn't say it.
Come out.
And
did you watch him?
I'm telling you, I watched it clearly, and that is why I'm saying this. I'm saying it unequivocally.
Roland.
And I'm telling that this is a party. This is a party that claims that.
Come on. Let me ask you a question. Yes. Do you think that the so-called comment, the perceived comment that you claim that you saw, and then you listened and watched, do you think it was a fair comment?
Listen,
so why are you also raising?
No, I am not. I see that is why I am not for political reasons. I am only telling you. You see, when we started this particular discussion, you made an analogy about this cosmopolitan nature of cities.
So your point.
And you are talking Northerners coming in, and today we are told that we Northerners can only vote, but we cannot be chairman of NDC. That's what we are told by a member of NDC, a Kobia champion. They won't sit down for a Northerner to be chairman.
No, come on. Roland. This is not a fair comment.
And the only Northerner contesting is who they are here.
No, listen.
Now you sit here and you say that you will allow a
No. But Roland, can I come in?
That is what they did.
No, listen. We're discussing.
He said it.
Roland, can I come in, please?
And that is honest.
Roland, can I? This country, who is the president of the Republic?
He even made those comments. He said the president is a Northerner, the youth organizer is a Northerner, the women organizer is a Northerner. They won't sit down again and allow a Northerner to become the chairman of NDC. I'm paraphrasing him, I'm not quoting him, but this is exactly what he spewed out. And I am saying that if you do this, you are telling us that we in MPP, Paul Afoko is a Northerner. In fact, he's a full-blooded, illustrious son of the North from Sandema. We are fine. We have a Northern chairman. I sitting here, I'm a full-blooded Northerner. I am there as a national executive. We have also deputies who have been appointed as Northerners. It's comfortable. And yet you get Northerners and voters as NDC. But yeah, at the end of the day, why are they? NDC.
Roland, you know, sometimes the world is funny.
But he said it. I didn't say it.
This, our brothers...
Come on.
Okay. These our brothers, when they were having their national election, said they didn't want Paul Afoko, who is a Northerner.
No, they didn't say so. Never. Let me finish. I have actually.
Let him finish. When you say you wanted to finish,
let me finish. Look at the people.
Come on, you're mischievous.
Look at the people people who lined up against Afoko.
Oh, they contested.
Please. They want the extent of even saying that their chairman has been caught with cocaine. Please.
Yes. Can you agree to an official report from NDC? That's not
can I finish?
No, you see, let's not do this.
When you were talking, I kept quiet.
It was investigated. It was investigated by the vetting committee. It's okay. Please. There was a member of the party who
correct me.
Come on.
Let me finish.
Okay.
You are heckling me.
I'm not heckling you.
You've deliberately started.
Let's not come out with what
No. You've started today.
I kept quiet.
I'm fine. Go ahead.
I kept quiet. When Paul Afoko went to the interview, he was not cleared. And then the information that they were with the British police to come and give them information on his drug activities. Number two, I remember very well, there was one lady called Fati on full camera with cutlasses and guns and who went to the national office, and they would have linked Paul Afoko and Kwabena Japan. That Kwabena Japan came out and said his life was in danger and I needed security in his house.
It's okay. This was widely reported, but it's okay. Let him land and then you have reactions. You see when you were saying that, you see when you open the can of worms, it will come back to you.
You don't know.
It's okay. I can't tell you. You said
you started. You started.
Please land. Please land and let's move on the subject.
The next and the woman said over her dead body, if Kwabena Japan should come from the office and they were going to lynch him.
And your point is?
Polafoco's assistant was beaten to pulp. He was beaten to pulp.
No,
that guy, nobody
There's no evidence that said he was beaten to pulp.
He was beaten to pulp, you know. So, when we are talking about violence, you know, our election so far this year has been very peaceful.
Comparatively.
We prefer people to take us to court than to wield cutlasses in party headquarters. We prefer. And in our case,
political parties,
yes.
How do you think we'll come to the point where prior to these very elections that internally hold, we're going to have some level of decorum also being observed by all?
Yeah, Roland, you see, politics is dynamic. It's not static. So what has happened previously? Parties will not even have the time. Supporters will not have the time even to avail themselves with court to go into court. And, you know, we can all admit that all parties in this country have one way or the other exhibited violence somewhere along the line. That you cannot run away from it. Understand? But as we go along, then there's the need for us to go and look at our constitution. That is why we are going to Congress. A lot of amendments will be made so that to capture all these kind of nuances that has taken place within the last 2 or 3 months of party activities. It is very good because, don't forget, some few years back, our presidential candidate was declared at the Swedro, where had a Swedro declaration. You know, there was no need for us to go and vote. A president stood and said, look, I want this man to become president. And people went along with it. As we go along now, the people my brother here will be called, go and be regional chairman. We have gone through all those processes. So the party is growing. Now we are going biometric. Eventually we are going to open up our voting method. So instead of a few people meeting a room to vote, we are hoping that by the time we go to the presidential candidate, our presidential election, we will have primary. So we have about 10,000 or 20,000 or 1 million people voting for us, depending on how many people have picked up our biometric card. So we are growing. So all these things are necessary for us to make progress. But you are going back to talk about North. No, NDC is the party. Look, we formed.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't go there. Don't go there. No, you're not coming. We're changing the subject.
Yes.
Vito, I have the Vito. We're changing the subject.
No, don't do this.
No rebuttal. No rebuttal. When you do a rebuttal, you have a rebuttal. No rebuttal. No rebuttal. No rebuttal.
We are talking
okay.
election.